What's up guys, this is a brief technique video just for our little next Harry on the hang clean. Specifically he said that he struggles with getting triple extension on the hang clean and he just wants to know how to make the movement more explosive, more powerful. To start off with, you're either going to be, and this is, you need to remember this, is that you're either going to be a speed guy or a strength guy. So if you look at a lot of Russian lifters like Dmitry Klokov, their lifts, although they're still very fast, I mean it's a snatch and clean and jerk for God's sake, they're going to look slower compared to someone like Piros Dimas or some of the Finnish lifters who, they don't, once they actually hit the bar and extend, you almost can't see the bar because they're that quick. So you have to really sort of, know if you're going to be primarily like a strength guy who literally muscles the weight up and then, sort of because you get it up so high and you're so strong, you have more time to get under it, or whether you're a speed guy who's literally going to tap that weight just high enough to catch it and then get under it. But for the hang clean, to make it more explosive really, you just need to focus on being able to control the turnaround better. So what you're really going to be focusing on is when you go down, depending on how far you go down, is either making that dip faster or just controlling the dip more. So from here, really the bar, you need to be in that jump, in that sort of RDL position there. And then in order to get the bar up faster, you don't want to touch the bar to your thighs right until you're at or just below the point of contact. So for me, my point of contact, my explosion point, is just there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's literally probably about 3 centimetres below my hip. So just below, for most blokes, just below your ball sack, right there. For some people, they'll have a wide grip, so you'll hit your hips. For some, it'll be mid-thigh, for some, it'll be upper thigh. But you don't want to touch the bar to your thighs until you actually get to that explosion point. That's the first bit, because if you're dragging a lot, that's creating friction, and friction is just going to work to slow you down. That's the first thing you need to remember. So try and make sure that the bar is always literally about that far away, literally about a millimetre, if that. Because that way you can stay over the bar, you can keep it close, you'll be in a good position, but you're not creating all this friction that's going to stop you from getting the weight up. The next thing is that a lot of people, and I'm going to demonstrate with the bar first, before I demonstrate it properly, is that most people get taught, don't use your legs, it's all about your hips, and don't use your arms, it's all about your hips and legs, don't curl the weight up and all this kind of thing, which is good, but once you get to a point, you need to realise that just because your arms and shoulders and your upper back, and your back is, your upper to mid back aren't the strongest muscles in your body, doesn't mean they don't contribute. So most people when they do a clean, they do this, they just let the bar float there, they just literally hit it and dive underneath. That's going to make you slow. So if you think about it, if you've done the typical technique, the jump, the triple extension can be like this, and you're really tooled up, if you just try and jump down and stomp, the only thing you're achieving if you're letting your arms hang loose is you're free falling under the weight. So you're literally just going like that, okay? What you need to do when you triple extend, when you come to here, don't just let the bar fly out, use your shoulders and drive your elbows up and back a little bit. So what it should look like when you finish is, and it will look better when I actually do it with the weight, is this. So that should be your finish position. And especially for bigger guys, you don't want to pull yourself under straight away. You want to hang out on the clean for a little bit longer. So here, this is what I've started doing at least, like that. And really focusing on using your shoulders, your arms, and your lats to pull the weight up and back. So after you hit your hip, let your arms drive up and backwards. And then, once you've done that, when you bring your feet up and you go underneath, because you're already pulling up so hard with your upper body, you're going to pull yourself under faster. So part of the hang clean is just making this bit from here to here go smoother. Then the rest of it, getting under, making it more explosive, is just getting under quicker. So I'll try and demonstrate a rep where I do the classic clean that everyone does, where they just let their arms hang loose and just let the bar whip out. Okay. So hopefully you'll be able to see the difference. See, my arms are just doing whatever they want. However, if instead of doing, I'll show you again, this, I go like this. You should be able to see, if you rewind it back, how different those two movements are compared to when I literally just hit it. And you let, the momentum has been created on my legs and hips, shoot the bar upwards and just let our hands hang on to it all limp. And how much more powerful, how much faster, how much more violent and how much crisper your movement looks when you actually use your arms, your shoulders, your upper back and your lats to keep the weight in close, pull you underneath. So, I don't know, I don't know if that's exactly what you're expecting, Harry, or whatever, but that's the main problems that people don't just have with hang cleans, but with normal cleans. Like, they always seem to either bang the bar out too far, they don't actually use your upper body to pull underneath very fast, and also most people don't hang out over their pull long enough. So I used to do it all the time. Because my back was weak, I used to finish like this. And most people do it anyway. They finish with their hips and their back, they don't extend the quads. Easiest thing to do on your warm-up set is to practice doing a hang clean like this, but literally hit and drive your elbows up. So just finishing in this position, literally holding it there, coming up down. Literally just practicing getting up on your toes and finishing with your legs. A good cue that I can't remember where I saw it, I think it was off lifthard.com, is shoulders and toes. If you get up onto your toes and get your shoulders up when you finish, that should automatically get your elbows driven back and get you fully finished. So instead of being like this, you do like that. Then after that, it's really just about getting down quicker with the foot movement. So once you've finished and you've pulled up, try to slide your feet out into the receiving position. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do that thing. That looks fucking ugly. Literally, get there and just try and slide. It's not going to happen on the lighter weights because you're actually going to be able to get in the air because you're producing so much force. But on the heavier sets, you should be able to literally just slide your feet out. Anyway, I hope that helps.